Laugh at the cringe, learn from the crumble. This is Cringe and Crumble. Welcome to the podcast where honesty meets humor and the messy parts of life finally get their spotlight. I'm your host, Trinisha, and here we dive into dating, friendships, healing, and all the awkward in-betweens. Because here's the truth, growth isn't always pretty, but it's always real, so let's get into it. All right. Well, hello. It's been a while. 2 years to be exact, actually. So we're actually back, or should I say, I'm actually back. So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why I ghosted my own podcast. Yes. So I ghosted the podcast. And what's so funny about this is that we actually had an episode in season 1 about ghosting, friendships, romantic relationships, even professional relationships, any type of ships as to why we were actually ghosting. And I just wanted to take this episode to kind of explain why I took a step back and why I'm jumping back into it. And yeah, it's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. You're going to find that things are going to change this season, but in such an amazing way. I like to think that Cringe and Crumble has kind of evolved a little bit differently. So let's jump back into it. I think what really happened is just time and life. And it's okay to sometimes take a step back and kind of reanalyze what it is that you are going to be prioritizing. And it wasn't out of any type of no love for the podcast, because I love this podcast and that's why I'm back. So the disappearing act kind of started. I had all the intentions of coming back, but then, to be honest, the state of the US and everything around it just kind of felt heavy. And doing a podcast was the last thing that was actually on my mind. And when I really thought about it, I was like, it was quite pointless to come and chat about what was happening in life and having kind of fun with it. But then I realized, especially recently, that talking about real, messy, awkward, intimate human experience is still valuable. The world doesn't stop. We still do what we need to do to keep moving, to continue forward. And that's where I'm at this moment. So yeah, so forgive me. I decided, let's get back into it. And really, what really brought me back is that it was these little bitty hints of just, people asking, when's your next episode? Or I listened to your podcast. What's going on? I really miss it. And even I started missing it. Like there'd be times where I'm just like, oh, this would make a great episode for the podcast. But then I'm like, you know what? That creativity that I have and the spark that I have for this and the passion is really coming back, and it's at full force. And it's like you can't suppress it at any point. So it's like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and hit this head on and just see where it goes. And so everything still applies, going forward into season 2 of Cringe and Crumble. As I said, things look a little bit different. I'm going to have a lot more bite-sized episodes. Some episodes may be a lot longer, depending on what the content may be. We will have great guest hosts that's going to come in with different perspectives and great conversations, which I really look forward to having. But then also, I like to think about this season of being like a voice memo, those voice memos that you send to your friends randomly about your day, and just connecting in that way. So I'm super excited to see where this is going to go. And I have spent a lot of time in crafting all the different episodes. And when I say crafting, it's just a lot of researches and great conversations that I've had with individuals outside of this about, that'd make for a great episode. But yeah, I'm back and this is super exciting. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but it's time to cringe and crumble. Here we go, 2.0. Laugh at the cringe, learn from the crumble. This is Cringe and Crumble. Until next time.